welcome to Linda's TV show. I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this platform or seeing my face, my name is Linda and you are watching Linda's TV show. If you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. My lovely people, always share these videos. Always like and share. Ugo here, we react to all forms of videos, local, internet, especially what is happening in Nigeria and in Biafran land. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violent or instigating war. We are to all forms of videos and we are here to inform, educate, enlighten members of the public about what is happening. Of course, I will always seize every opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this platform that we are using to disseminate this information to the members of the public. YouTube, thank you so much. So,
Simon Ekpa just had his case in Finland, and the outcome of that case is what I'm here to dissect. For you listening to me around the world, this is the main thing that we have to come here today. The news have break down, and it becomes a big news in Nigeria because this is what Nigerian government have been waiting for to see happen around the world, and we have come to see how it happens. So after the case, we are here to dissect what actually happened and which way out and what you as yourself think about the whole scenario that happened today. You may think Simon Ekpa, but you know this is a big blow to Igbo entirely, and you that have Biafran mentality. It's not only Biafra, even those people that are carrying this either under IPOP or whatever under you are in, it's a big blow to you around the world. What we just saw Finland just did now. And now Finland, for them to make this thing harmful, remember the Biafran government in Ezra in this case is not only about agitating that. They say that it's agitated with weapon by sponsoring the terrorists. According to them, they say that people are terrorists. Arming them to defend themselves against Nigerian invaders who came in killing our youth. We know how Nigeria have been killing the youth of Biafra before Simon Ekpa. And this is not if you see Nigerian newspaper, both Vanguard, all Nigerian newspaper just carry the news. They gave you brief news. And you guys remember the first time when Nigerian paper carried the news that they will hand Simon Ekpa June. Nobody asked those journalists, where do you get those information that tell you that you will hand Simon Ekpa on June? No people ask them again. Even the TV carried that, Finland have said they will hand Simon Ekpa on June. The Obi came out and rebuked that and told you guys, this is not true. It's not going to happen. No country will sell their jurisdiction to a country like Nigeria. That no country will do that. Take out the cry. It's not time to cry. It's time to be happy. One is that Europeans, during that case, the Biafran name was mentioned. Okay, it's not time to clear. You see, people say this, that this thing can be delayed, but it cannot be denied. It can be delayed, but it cannot be denied. So what happened today instantly is something that Biafrans we all have to take into notice. It's not time to panic. It's not time to cry. And it's also not time for, if Nigeria is a country, it's not time for them to happy, to jubilate, because what happened, if I have to go by the case, they say that, the Finnish government find that Biafran government in Israel, Simon Ekpa, is through his profile, sponsoring assisting a organization who tried to re-establish the Republic of Biafra, which was once established in 1967. That's a good point. Was established in 1967, a separatist region. But in doing that, his sponsor, he gave them weapon. So through his profile, these people were able to fight the Nigerian government. And in seeing that, this record that Simon Ekpa, his tax return have not been filing the correct tax. So Finland, yes. Now for them to, it's not about the terrorism now. It's about the tax return. That's what is going on here. Because for Finland to hold this case, they want to see something different. And what they are saying about now, the tax return, is like the donation people gave through Mazi Simon about this thing, account. The donation people gave online to sponsor this. So Finland are expecting him, the donation people gave, for him to pay tax from the donation he made from people, the money people contributed. Finland expected Simon Ekpa to be paying tax on that, which is uncalled for. It's really uncalled for. I'm saying this, if Nigeria, this is just a borrowed time. It's not the end of the whole case. Yeah, the truth is what I'm giving you now. I have revoked many of Nigerians' case. The truth is that, yes, I told you guys that today, Finland said today, before anybody broadcast it, because I have to go contact direct Finland before today. I told you that Finland said today they are going to make their judgment, and which they did. And also, what you guys have seen on news is what is going on. But the truth is this. So, Finland says that Simon Ekpa was convicted for sponsoring. This is the Finland is saying, for sponsoring organization who seek to separate again from Nigeria. They were once established in 1967. Then ceased to operate in 1970. Then Simon Ekpa, through his connection, a former Finnish council. They did not even mention Nigeria inside. They say former Finnish council who migrated once from Nigeria, a citizen, a noble man in their area. So seems to use his account in S to influence you to carry arms against the government, this and that. Then they reckon that that's not which Simon Ekpa deny. So Finnish government say, well, Simon Ekpa have not been paying tax. The tax they are talking about is like, money he made from S, like contribution he got from people, that they want him to be paying tax on those things. So now, in the Western world, when we hear tax, yes, if you're not living in the Western world, tax issue is a big problem in Western world. They want everything you make for you to pay tax. Everything you make for you to pay tax. For you don't pay tax, they took it as a criminal offense. Why? So now this is where the Finnish government is taking the whole thing. But now, accusing Simon Ekpa, they needed something. They needed something in order to hold this thing. Because Nigerian government cannot defend it. Nigerian government is going underground because of the promise. Yeah, no, it's not that. So because of the promise they gave to Finland, so they are trying to do underground because Nigerian government cannot come out fully. It's not the case. Now, the Finnish try to use the tax so that anybody that hear you will say, okay, because of the tax invention. It's not about Finland fought dearly to separate themselves from Russia. Even today, Finland have to run to NATO in order to get that security they needed from NATO because they ran away from Russia. They're scared of those things. That's what same thing Ukraine did, that obsessed Russia again. You see Russia went to Ukraine and begin to fight Ukraine. They lost Finland. They don't want to lose Ukraine or Belarus. And Belarus remain with Russia. They don't go there, but Ukraine wanted to go in. Then Finland government believe that they can't do that. Now, guys, the Iranian government is saying now it's not a victory. It's just a delay. Because another Simon, there's two guys that are coming up like Simon. In fact, they will be more worse than Simon. You remember, if you go back my posts, the very day they arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I shouted, I said Buhari made the greatest mistake because another guy is there waiting to rise up. In fact, the guy that is coming up actually said he only, looking on to Ngozi or Abeze to do something. Otherwise, himself is going to do it. And that guy may be deadly than Simon Ekpa self. Now, it's a coded guy. He will be more deadly than Simon Ekpa. So how many people going in talking about Biafra with these people arrest? Our people, now let me tell you, our Igbo people, influence what's happened in Finland. Then our Igbo people never think. They thought maybe they are doing this just to affect Simon Ekpa. Never that once these things start getting this way, it will affect every one of them. It's just a question of time. It will affect every one of them. A question of time. So when you think that you are doing this in order to attack Simon Ekpa, you are actually attacking yourself. Simon Ekpa, was he there when they goes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house to kill? See, European, European, they see Africa. What happened here? They see Africa as a news and ground. They see Africa, your skin, as nothing. Look at what is happening in Ukraine. Look at how the EUs are getting together to support and see how they can sort out the Ukraine problem. Then how many efforts have you seen what is happening in Amazonia, Biafran land, even Boko Haram? How many efforts? See, look at what is happening in Israel. You see how these people are uniting to protect this life. You see, even South Africa. How many people have they killed in South Africa? Even, by the way, Cape Town in South Africa is about to get their independence, though. If you are from South Africa, Cape Town is about to get their independence in South Africa, though. So, how many people do you see how they protect those risks? But we Africans, we are always out there to say, kill our brother, kill our brother. Now, Nigerian government, even though Simon Ekpa, okay, let's say the 6 years, they said. But 6 years, remember, is 3 years. And that 3 years, Simon Ekpa, they will take out 9 months. So Simon Ekpa is going to serve actually 2 years and 4 months. So before the next election, Simon Ekpa is already out. If it happen, but this will be appealed because during the court procedure, they told you that this case can be appealed. It's pump and there. So, and our Biafran government, as I have said, they will appeal it because these are Igbo brothers that need to come out the way they come out to Mazin and Kanu. This is how we need to come out. We can fight, we can have our differences. When we go home, we settle. That's why other tribes are better than us. Boko Haram, you see what they are doing in Boko Haram. But what happened? Their people stand up. Now, have you seen any Hausa man say Boko Haram is a terrorist organization? They never say that. It's only Nigerian government saying those things. Buhari never say that. They keep quiet. But Igbos, we want to overdo. You wanted to. Nobody want you to back wrong things. But why shouldn't we Igbos rise up sometimes and defend? We know what is happening. Look at the election they are doing in Igbo land now today. Our brother Peter Obi, any tout that get up, they will just go and abuse Peter Obi. They will abuse Rochas. They will abuse our brothers. They abuse them. Go away. How many times that you see Roni Omokre abuse Atiku for once? For once. How many times that have you seen Deji abuse Atiku just for once? Or Erufai just for once? But you see how they are doing. How many times have you seen the Hausa men? Now, you know that Mustafa, they wanted to take Mustafa land in Lagos. See what is going on. Now they are trying to back down because the Hausa people are coming out. How many times have you seen them doing those things to Hausa people? It's because of what we are looking today. We have had the news. All the Igbos, if you see how some of our Igbo people will come out and say, yeah, that's what's happened. That Simon Ekpa is killing people. Since they arrest Simon Ekpa, is killing not worse than before? Since they arrest Simon Ekpa, you see, before there's nothing in Anambra. Since they arrest Simon Ekpa, this thing now, Enugu, Anambra, people are running hate and skater. Because nobody will stand up for our people again. Nobody wants to stand up. There's a guy you guys are talking about. I haven't even one day posted him or talk about him in Biafran land. It's called, the guy you guys call, what they call it, Gentle the Yahoo. Have you seen Lowobi posted him? Have you seen Yobi talk about him? Is it right in everything he's doing? No. But in any family, I said this always, in any family, there's no warrior in your family. There's a big problem there. Any family you come in, there's no warrior in that family. There's a big problem. The warrior may be a mad person. The warrior may be somebody who does not take nonsense. But it's good to have him there. Because when people come in sometimes, they will remember there's a madman in that house. They will move away. They will shift. But when they come in that house, they find there's no madman in that house. Nobody can challenge them. They will do whatever they want to do and get away with it. Today, you see this. Okay, let me just give you somebody like American Trump. Before you see all this Arabian world making noise everywhere. When Trump came in, it's not like Joe Biden or Obama that want to dialogue from night to tomorrow. Trump tell you, hey, stop. Do you see Trump went to Iran and did his deal and tell them come out for peace? Iran went to peace immediately because they know this man is not laughing. Trump is not laughing. Trump is like a madman. You see Putin? Putin went to America and said, this is what I want, this is what I want. What did Trump say? Trump, listen, he said, this guy is tougher than I think. Because he's a madman. If this thing, is Putin doing everything right? No. But Russia needed him. You see, when any family, any country, any area you go, there's no people like that, there's a problem. In Igbo land now, everybody's hiding. What is happening? See how our places are getting run down. Anambra is trying to bring this in. The one Anambra set up, what did they do? They start beating our people up, destroying youths, people that are going to their team. They are not doing the money work. They are targeting the main people that have the money. All the businessmen, that's what they are targeting to extort money from them. That's what they're doing. But when our brothers started, why can't we tell our brother, okay, we'll back you up, do your thing. This is how we want you to do it. And help you support. This is, do you know in the northern side, you see his back. The Boko Haram have their own thing. Boko Haram in the north, you know, I grew up in the north. If you want to know this, I grew up in the north. I grew up in Maiduguri. I actually went to military school. So in Boko Haram, you know, in the north, like I speak north, I speak also fluently anyway. So in the north, I speak Kanuri too. In the north, when you go to north today, you find that they even have all these Sharia police that when you say drink alcohol, they will destroy it. Cigarette, they will destroy it. But during tax, they want to collect the tax. Our Igbo brothers, I see, even though this thing now, you will see people that will be happy because Simon Ekpa they sentence him. Although that can be appealed though. Now, Simon Ekpa, if you got a good lawyer, the lawyers can appeal this. And it's good though, it's good that we get Biafran in the table of EU. Because Biafran name have never been mentioned in EU court case before. So now, this is a start. So if Biafrans can drag this case now, this is a start. Simon Ekpa has 3 years or a year and 6 months. He will be out 2 years and 6 months. Or maybe after 1 year, he can appeal this too. So don't think in a Western world, people, they will give you 20 years. Once you have your good behavior, 20 years, they will do it to maybe 15 years. 15 years, 9 years. Before you know it, 5 years off. He's a citizen. When people are saying all this, it's not like Nigeria. He's just in the house. I know how Finland is. He will be just in the house, getting newspaper, reading everything. Writing his this thing. Reschedule himself. So that's what I'm saying. It's not time for anybody to be happy in Nigeria. It's just for even Nigeria just to buy time. But is it coming? Yes. If they have not stopped this since 1967 to date, then when can they stop it? Do you know how many youths that have grown up in Europe carrying Biafran flag? Do you know how many people that have been colonized by Biafra? Even you that listen to me, even Nigerian newspaper today, Nigerian newspaper, everything carry Biafra. Biafra. So if you don't know what is Biafra, you will know Biafra today. There's no advertisement Biafra needed like what happened today. That they carry the news everywhere. BBC carry it everywhere. Then people will be asking, which country is that Biafra? Finland news carries it today. So Finland, you know, I love Oyibo. I love the Western people. Curiosity is what they teach you in university. Ask question. Now you see all this thing, there will be a guy that will rise tomorrow from Finland and see what they are doing is not good. This is Western ideology for you. Yes, Western, they may play their politics, right? There may be someone that will rise up tomorrow and say what they did to these people is not good. Who are these people? That's why we like Western world. It will mean there for university, for you to study in the university. If you're a law student, you have to read things like this. You go to the library and look at cases. You listen. So this case is about Finland, like just like here in Australia. When a case like this is meant, maybe after 2 days, it will be open for you to public to go. You can go online and search those cases. And I believe Finland, being a Western open country that say they encourage free speech, they open the same case. And Finnish students will have the opportunity to listen to the case and see what happened. So it's curiosity they teach you, and curiosity make you a good lawyer. It's not like Nigeria. You just make everything closed. No. If you read the case, they tell you that Simon Ekpa still have right to apply because Simon Ekpa rejected it. So now because he rejected it, his lawyer will also appeal for it. So this case is not the end of the case, you know? It's not the end of the case. Finland cannot just conclude this case that way. No. So it's all Biafrans have to conclude. And Ndi Igbo have to rise up. You know, once things like Simon Ekpa, but it's not a common man. It's a man that have highest profile. In fact, apart from Ojukwu, I said it before. Apart from Ojukwu, Simon Ekpa is the second highest profile man that ever ventured into Biafra. And before he did that, it took him time. Apart from Ojukwu, I know we all love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of his diplomacy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very good, very calm man, you know, articulative. Yes, we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that. But when you talk about high profile, you talk about Simon Ekpa. Somebody who has been, do you know what it takes for you to be a counselor in another man country? In a country that does not speak English. Even in UK, for you to be it in UK, you know what it takes you? Even in Australia here, a lot of doctors in Australia here, for you to be it in Australia here, you know what it takes you? It's not easy. And it's not just a counselor in a small community. In one of their biggest city, it's not easy. It's not easy. An Igbo man, a Nigerian, not even an Arabian, maybe from India, where you say they make their money. No. It's an Igbo man. It's not easy. You see, you saw me sometimes, I posted that guy they call Kimi. That is now conservative leader in UK. I know it's not easy, although Kimi is married to a Western guy, to a Igbo guy, so that will give me some privilege too. But, you know, it's not easy for you to get to that stage. Some of our people making noise, abusing this guy, they will not see this guy face to face and talk to him. This is a guy, when you see him, you know, we all live in overseas. You can come online and abuse me and do whatever. But if you see me face to face, you don't dare it. There's a place, you know, you can come online and say whatever. I see some people, when you posted something, they type something. But when they see that guy face to face, I tell you, they don't dare it. It's not. So when we talk about this thing, our Igbos, before all this, our brothers started, I say, hey, we can always look at Northerners. Northerners can come on and do whatever. We go at the back and back our brother up. We can use our brother to get what I want. If Simon Ekpa is around, you cannot find Romeo Mokri abusing Obi. He will not speak. He will tell him, shut up. Shut him up. You shut him up. And he will listen. He knows that he doesn't joke. Simon Ekpa does not have, what they call it, empathy in his book. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very calm. He can talk to you calmly. But Simon Ekpa does not have those empathy. He does not have those time to waste with you. You saw him, a chief, send away a widow. He commanded that the chief should return the widow. What happened? It happens. There's law and order. You remember when they have to have that, what they call ID camp in Imo State? It's not there to dialogue. He told them that he doesn't want it. And they listen. That's why Nigerian government is celebrated, because they know that this is one of the most difficult guys. He's tougher than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you this now. But, you know, they thought maybe Finland giving him that 6 years, Mazi Simon Ekpa is gone. No. If Nigeria knows, they are just buying time. If you have grudges with somebody, you have not settled that grudges amicably. It's not, you just water it down. Then he will come out with bigger force. It's a Western word. He will come out with bigger force. More than before. That's the problem now. He come out with bigger force more than before. So what they just do is like, and why they are doing this, Ngozi Orabeze is also pushing it harder. You see? So why they are doing this, they are actually pushing it harder there. So Nigerian government continue to give all the publicity they need. Biafran need. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is waiting for since. You know, this guy gone jail for it. And now another thing, when you disturb the Europeans, imprison Europeans, then they will say, okay, man, let these people go. We shouldn't keep imprisoning them when the government does not improve. So Finland, what they believe on is what they are now fighting against. Their forefathers fight for freedom. They actually throw arms because they cannot get out of Russia without throwing their arms. Now they are fighting people that are fighting their own freedom. You see? They are fighting people that are fighting their own freedom. It is unfaithful. So if I have to go what Finland court do it, let me read it for you guys to be to know what's happened here. I'll just make it this way. Is that this one? Let me see. Okay, let me read this one. Where is it? Okay. Okay, I got this one. It say Finnish court sentenced Simon Ekpa to 6 years for terrorism-related charges. Terrorism-related charges, right? Then this is what happened. It says, I'll say, the Penjihan District Court has sentenced Simon Ekpa, a former local council. Remember, they tried to remove the name of Nigeria. It's a former local council here, and long-term resident of Latvia, to 6 years in prison for terrorist-related offenses and aggravated tax fraud. That tax fraud is where they are hooking on. It's not about the whatever it is. It's about the tax, right? That's where they're hooking off to get people's empathy. Then he said, the ruling announced on Monday stemmed from Simon's alleged role in inciting violence and supporting armed separatist activities in Nigeria, Biafra region. Nigeria, Biafra region. So Nigeria have Biafra region. Nigeria refused to recognize the Biafra himself. Okay, Nigeria, Biafra region. Then continue to say, they say, the court found Ekpa guilty of participating in terrorism organization and publicly inciting crime with terrorist intent between August 2021 and August 2021 and November 2024. Ekpa, who moved to Finland from Nigeria in 27 as an athlete, was accused of using his significant social media presence on platform X to escalate tension in southeast Nigeria, where he advocated for the reestablishment of an independent Biafran state, a region briefly independent in the late 60s. Guys, these people acknowledge the Biafran independence. Let me read this and say, honestly, Nigeria have succeeded using our people against us. But this freedom fighter for you, the next target is to jail our leaders. My worry is, let me read this. That guy say, okay, sorry, where is it again? Okay. Sorry guys, how come? Please, I want to know it's true. Yes, it's true. Somebody asked me it's true. I'm ashamed of Finland government. Okay, I want this through. I'm ashamed of Finland government. Okay. How can self-defense becomes a terrorist organization? Because our Igbos also push on it. They get letters from the Southeast governors complaining about Simon Ekpa and all those things. So this is what happened then. I did not see that this thing finished. Okay. Gentle is doing the right job. Yeah, I don't want to mention that Gentle much. You know, people want me to post it. Somebody sent me the video of Gentle and all those things. I don't want to go into that guy and say this thing, you know. Yes. Guy, I didn't see that this thing. If you can come out again, I will be okay. I'm ashamed. Okay. Loobi, the world is corrupt for Finland government to treat Simon Ekpa this way. Shameful. Yes, I believe it. Loobi, Igbos is the problem of our themselves. Yes, Loobi, the world is corrupt. Okay, I agree that one. Gentle is doing the right thing, Loobi, Nigeria. Yeah. Okay, guys, I will try to get my time to read your comment. Okay. Okay, honestly, okay, but that's freedom fighter for you. The next target is to jail our leader. My worry is this division among us. Ngozi Orabeze starts division. It's all right. Ngozi Orabeze, you know, they will use people to fight. That's once you are doing the right thing, people will fight you. It's a kind of holding you accountable, though. Okay, among us. Okay. My main worry is this division among us. Ngozi Orabeze started this division immediately after convention. She's no. I don't believe that, bro. Ngozi Orabeze is doing the great job. Ngozi is not using PM plus okay. So she is not for Biafra. How do you know that? No. Well, that guy that is telling those things, that guy is confusing you guys. Don't go there. Every enemy of Biafra celebrating the jailing of Mazi Simon Ekpa must understand one thing. You cannot jail freedom. Yes, exactly. I love that thing. You cannot jail freedom. To DOS and all the pay agents in Igbo land who serve governors for monthly salary, history will never forgive you. You sold your people for crumbs, but freedom cannot be sold. And to Finland, you have chosen to join hands with Nigeria against Biafra. Time will tell what is happening in Nigeria today. Guys, you know one thing, if you're from Biafra area, you have to be happy. Nobody do anything against Igbos and go free. This is something I want to let you know. The problem of Nigeria today is the Igbos, how they treated the Igbos. And Nigeria, they cannot let Igbos go. Because if they do that, Nigeria will crumble. And all the money they stole from Igbos and gave them 20 pounds, what happened? In fact, it's not up to 50 years, they start crying that Igbos are dominating them. That's anytime I hear that Igbos are dominating us, I will start laughing. I'll start praising God because it kind of baffles me, kind of make me wonder. People, you stole everything that belongs to them. After maybe 40, 30 years, now they are dominating you. That is the grace of God. And Finland's, Finland, I think this is their first time seeing the Igbo thing, but they will see Igbo in future. And remember the gas they have in Imo State. I'm coming to talk about the gas in Imo State. The world is moving from petroleum. Petroleum now is going down because we have solar. We have a lot of electric energy. Okay, we have lithium batteries. Now the world is trying to move into gas, and the Western world are limiting their production in gas. So that gas now we have abundant in the east, mostly Omahia and Imo State. We have abundant in there. If you are living towards Egbema side, if you are living towards those Uzuma side, you will find out that we have abundance of gas in Imo State. Now the time we shift, even Imo State have oil, and Abia State have oil. We know that, but with time we shift now, gas will be the most key thing. Then people, they will be coming to our area to get it gas. Then we'll dialogue. Forget all these things Finland are doing. They will come back for it, and they are going to apologize for it big timely. What they did to Simon Ekpa today, it's not a victory. It's just they try to buy time. Nigeria, they try to give Nigeria time. And how long? Igbos, this is true. They may do the first time, but they tell, hey man, they are sick and tired of this. You guys to fix your house together. They got to fix your house together. This is something that has to happen. You fix your house because they cannot be cleaning your mess every time. Every enemy of Biafra. Okay. Somebody, I like this guy. Just I say, Dan going to say, please let her work with the men on ground, no matter what he does. All right, without men on ground, that one and I have been men. Okay. Yeah, I have been men. Stop working because they lack what it is. Okay. No, stop talking nonsense. So, one thing you understand is that stop talking nonsense. Nobody says Igbos are dominating us. Go to everybody. You said it. If you say Igbos are not dominating, why not you go and vote for Igbos to leave? Because after 40 years, go to the north today. The only way they can do with Igbos is to go and destroy Igbos things, to steal from Igbos. They go and destroy the Igbos thing because they know that God bless Igbos exceedingly. And any country that are fighting Igbos, they're actually fighting against God. The blood of those innocent sons and daughters of Igbos being shed in 1940, in 1952 in North, in 1957 in North, in 1957, in 1956, 57 in North, where they kill our pregnant women, before they start with Biafran, you guys don't know this. Where they kill them. Do you know the blood of our innocent one that being shed in Ibadan? God is not watching. God is not just watching. God is using those things to bless us. Okay? So if you, Allah, this trash you are talking, someone ever have been sentenced to. It's okay. It's just buying time. Nigeria, you see, they have Wazirike. Did people know that after Wazirike, Nandikane will come up? The people know that after Nandikane, Simon Ekpa will come up. Even when you go to UK today, they are doing their young festival. You will see banner. Whether under Simon Ekpa or under IPOP, the Biafran is there. It's inevitable. It's there. So Nigeria keeps doing all these things. It will not last. Now, I just said this. Now, we are talking about using tools on ground, like using, ammunition on ground. Remember, the world is evolving. Very soon, we'll begin to find chemical weapons. And when chemical weapons start to get into that country, it's not about you carrying something to go and shoot somebody again. No, it's about you flying cats. You can be in Abidjan, you fly cats. When they bomb it on top, the whole chemical bust up. People are in trouble. Everybody on mask. So either the government start learning now to fix the problem or call for dialogue. Like me, I always say this, there's no need of we carrying whoever that lost his life. It doesn't worth it. Because at the end of the day, this thing will come. Look at the election that's going on. P2B won the election. What happened? The Hausa man read it and give it to Tinubu. And Tinubu have sit there. P2B won it. The election, you see it. Do you want to tell me Atiku that won this election like P2B do? They can do that to Atiku? No. Because they think that they can get away with it because an Igbo man. If you see somebody, just come and talk an Igbo man. You know? They get away with it. But anyway, let me tell you the guy what is going to say. According to the verdict, Ekpa played a key role in Biafran separatist movement, which formed armed groups to pursue independence through violent means. So their problem is that it's going through violent means, okay? Through violent means, okay. Then it's going to say explosions and ammunition to those groups through his regional network and encourage followers to commit crime in Nigeria. The court emphasized, listen again, the court emphasized that Ekpa obstructed this activity from Latvia, granting Finnish authority judicial over the case. In addition to the terrorist charges, Ekpa was convicted of aggravated tax fraud, okay? Then, Ekpa denied all charges during the trials. The district court decision is not final and can be appealed to a higher court. Now, you heard the word. No, Ekpa refused to acknowledge that court's decision. And he says it's not final. He can be appealed to the higher court. So we still have a case at hand. We have a case at hand. It's now for Simon Ekpa to go home with his legal team to check another option. Okay? And this option, can be tested. So EU, this has something to do with border. This is a cross-border case. Now, it's not about winning the case again. Igbos, this is a place we drag this case. This is a place we have opportunity. If this guy appeal in Finnish High Court, EU, they are under EU. He can appeal under EU too. This is a cross-border cause. It's not just under Finland. So if Finland now, they are trying to bring TAS. So they thought, the main thing is that they said before, somebody is a terrorist organization or whatever, Biafra. Then they took out Biafra terrorist organization and they're calling some kind of separatists. So this case here, the people, our people, because we don't think, Igbos, we don't think. It's a brother case. Yeah. Honestly, Nigeria have succeeded in using us against here. Okay. This is a brother case. God will destroy Finland movement. Yes, okay. So guys, okay. This was say Ojukwu is the cause of all the problem. Kanu, Simon Ekpa now and all other criminals. If you say Ojukwu, you have been very ignorant of that thing. You don't know your history. That's why idiots like you have to go and read your history. You know, if you read your history, you will not come here and say Ojukwu. If you have known your history, and if one I can tell your history all the way from Danfo, come down. See, this is why that, you know, our Nigerians, a lot of them, you know, either they are ignorant or they never sit down to read history or to ask the right question or to write the right question. Because this is why a lot of youth are misused, like Musa Salam. He's just talking crap because he never read the history. You see Ojukwu, you just saw Ojukwu. Next one, he will say that the war and the coup is sponsored by Igbos. I have the video there about that too. If you talk about the history, I will lecture you a bit about the history. Go back as of 1955. Go and listen to Tafa Belawa's interview. Go and listen to Shehu Shagari interview. This is before Biafra. Go and listen to his interview. Then you will kind of indicate your ignorance. Okay? Even I was talking to, do you know funny thing? I was talking to a man yesterday. A man I know here. The guy fought during Biafra war. He's a British, he's a British guy. Yesterday, we were actually talking about this. He told me that, you know, he actually mentioned about Cameroon. He mentioned about Abazonia. He told me that, you know, he even mentioned about Indonesia. I was telling him about Indonesia, his assignment in Indonesia. He told me that some of these people that they joined together, I never knew that Indonesia was named by Dutch. I don't know. And maybe this is your first time to hear those things. That Indonesia were named by Dutch. Dutch moved out, then Japanese came in. I don't even know. This guy, one day he pulled me over. He was telling me about Biafra. Then I told him, this is the area I come from. We talked. I was shocked. Told me, these people, you know, you bring, in fact, he was telling me they bring people that does not belong together. They bring them together to make what? for a company, for British to be able to extract and use them for slavery. And Nigeria still remain. In fact, if you're answering Nigeria, you're still a slave, because Nigeria is a company name. Tell me the meaning of Nigeria in your language before you start. You can't. Directly, Nigeria is a slave name, and many of you guys decide to be slave. Actually, either 4 or 5 years ago, the parliament, either 6 years ago, the Nigerian parliament debating to call Nigeria United States of Africa, or whatever they want to call it. They wanted to change their name from that slaving name, but it couldn't work because of ignorant people like you. But in saying that, let's come back. Now, in Nigeria, what you do in Nigeria, you say, even in Nigeria, sometimes you put appeal on case anyway. But this one, we will say, the case is finished. No, this is just the starting of the case. Because what happened, those people, they will still No. What is going on? The guy that text me, no, I didn't got your name here, but what is going on will not stop those cases, okay? It will not stop Biafra. It may only delay the whole case. It may only delay it a bit, but it will not stop. But even though it will not delay it, it will just go up, One thing you know is that in this world, there is always a sacrifice, okay? When sacrifice is being done, brother, you have brought my mind back. Again, may God of Biafra bless you. He said, may God of Biafra bless you again. He said, I know what happened there. Is any history you gonna tell me? So if you know what happened there, then why are you coming here to talk crap? Because if you know what's happened in that history, you will not be saying what you are saying here. Ojuku is just a secondary. The primary things have been done for a long time. If you listen to Nnamdi Azikiwe speech, if you listen to Tafawa Balewa's speech during the independent time, appeal is allowed. Yeah, you can. No, you can appeal in the Western world. Yes. This is just the first step of the case. Appeal will come. So the first, then they go to high court. They take their lawyers. Everything will start happening. Guys, if you are watching this thing, on YouTube, I've not established on TikTok fully. I've been catching fun on Twitter. Forgive me, guys, but if you are watching me on YouTube, on Facebook, please share and all those things. Let's get our people together. It's not a time for us to be to beat ourselves or be feeling down. Don't feel down in this time of time, okay? Because what happened when you feel down, they will take advantage of you. During the time they arrest Mazin and they can remember, the Northerners are jubilating, dancing, but Igbos, we didn't. We stand. Igbos have gone through a lot. If you're from that Biafran area, a lot of you have gone through a lot. So nothing like this will weigh you down. Simon Ekpa have a successful life. Mazin and Kanu too have had a successful life. These are guys that one time they are actually campaigning for Nigeria. But because the country did not function. And I've several times said this thing before all this thing. I said, Nigerian government does not think. Everything we think in Africa is about power. Look at, they say Nigerian government is actually thanking Finland for imprisoning Simon Ekpa. You are thanking for what? Simon Ekpa just for maybe, Oyibos, he's serving those a year and 2 years and 6 months. That's what he will serve. Or 2 years and 2 months. That's what he will serve and be out. Tinubu tenure is finished, is coming out. So it's never any victory. It's just like for you to buy a time. And that time again, something they have not faced since 1970 up to today. If not work, Peter Obi, see what happened during the election in Yoruba land in the north. They say Igbo should go their area to go and vote. What does that tell you? That tells you that the country is not one. The country one division. They say Igbos have, when you talk, they say Igbos build everywhere. It will be, now we're going to destroy it. They tell you, what does that tell you again? You are a visitor in that country. Go to Yoruba land, go to Lagos today, see what is going on. They will sell Igbo property. After 10 years, they will come from back and steal it. Igbo man will pay his hard-earned cash. Igbo man will pay his hard-earned cash to buy a land and close it. Close the pit, close the water, and build a house. After 10 years or 5 years, they will come and collect it from back again. Is that not fraud? That's a criminal act. There's no fraud that is more than this. And those people, they will never survive. Igbo man, they will sell shop to Igbo man. They will sell land to Igbo man. After 5 years, they will come from back and steal it back and say, hey, this is our land. This and that. The government will just bulldoze it. No question. That's a criminal act. There's no crime that is more than this. Many of our Igbos, you get them, they get papers, they bought land in Lagos. They got the whole documents. The governor of that time signed it. Then the governor signed it that time. They took the Igbos money, send their children to abroad to go and study. So Igbo man cannot send his children abroad to go and study. So Igbo man believes that he bought a land here, and that governor will come and just ambush it and say, yeah, take it out. It's not a Igbo land, it's government land. They will chase the Igbo man out. Is there any criminal act that is beyond this one? It's a criminal act. Stealing by deceive. And we are all saying, hey, yes, it's not a Igbo land. But Igbo did not put gun on you to buy it. You sold it more expensive to Igbos then. They sold it very expensive to Igbos. Go to Lagos today, you see a lot of land Igbos bought in Lagos. What happened? After 6 years, they will come and close the land. Government will come and bulldoze it and take it and say, this is not, it's our land. You know, they gave you land. Charlie Boy, when they gave Charlie Boy street, Charlie Boy actually helped build the bus stop, do a lot of things. Oputa son, do all those things. He doesn't know that these people, what they have is criminal mindset. That after some year, they will come and clear it and say that belongs to them. How do you think those people will progress? They will never progress. Either directly or indirectly, Igbo will get it back. Yes, it will take time. Just like what they are doing. They go to market, they destroy Igbo things. During Biafra war time, they destroy Igbo things, you know. I will not lie this thing. There's credit to some of our Yoruba brothers. Some of our Yoruba people, when we came back, they gave them some of the house. Credit to some of those people. And those people that did that, their children progress, their life progress. Those people that refuse to do that, they will never progress. They never. Let me truth this say. What is crime? What is a fraud? Fraud is like telling me that I'm going to buy this phone. Then you give somebody the wrong phone, or he doesn't give him the phone. You take the money and run away. That's the same thing the Yoruba are doing in Lagos. So now, how do you think that country will stay? So what Finland is doing is just like, it's kind of, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You go to the north today, Igbo man will be making business. You will see the north guys, they will start Muhammad Rashid, like they will just start destroy things. During my time in the north, during my time in the north, there's these people that come at Tesina before the Boko Haram. When I grew up in the north, those days, there's these people that come at Tesina. From nowhere, they will just come and Izar people. They will come and start destroying Igbo things. If they see the eclipse of the moon, they will start destroying Igbo things. But what happened? After they destroy that thing, yes, the Igbo man will cry. But give that Igbo man 5 years, he will get more than that. That guy that destroyed it, we see that guy tomorrow coming to beg him. That's why they will never progress. So what Finland, that's what I'm saying, what Finland is doing today, it will affect their people. If they know the history of Igbo, they will never do that. Just like you dealing with Israel. Do you know that even the whole world join hand to fight Israel today will never stop? Look at what happened. They go to Yemen. Upon the one they did, they will still have bullets to go to Yemen and destroy Yemen. Even the Jews, whatever you do, you will never bring it down. So we have to, you really have to think about Igbo. You have to read the history of people that you want to deal with. So guys, if you are watching me around the world today, it sounds like, our brother have been affected, but the Biafrans, the whole Igbos have rejected what we had today. We have rejected it. It's not, Finland have done wrong to Igbos, and they need to apologize for the Igbo. Our people, and to do Biafra, our people have the right to defend themselves, either directly or indirectly. There's no way people are, you see what happened before the introduction of ESN. Our people will stand this way. These people will carry gun and come and raid all our youth. That's why today you see America. In America, they don't want to, they tell you they will never, that amendment to ask people to step down gun. Because they know when criminals come, before they get you can get the person. If you're not armed, then you're gone. That is why those in security camps and Biafran government may say that if your people, we are not going, have you seen them say they're going to fight other people? No. He said we have to protect ourselves, and that is what our people are doing to protect themselves. But Finland decide, okay, Nigerian government want to give them contract. They wanted to, because European countries are broke. European countries are broke. Now you see France is fighting tooth and nail to see that they gain Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, Senegal have given in and go back to France. UK is fighting tooth and nail to see how they will control to breed and eat from Nigeria. France is fighting in to see how they continue to steal Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Mali. Burkina Faso say no. Many European countries without Africa, they will not exist. So these people are seeing the opportunity. Finland, forgetting that the stockfish, the people that buy their stockfish, not the north, is the Igbos that goes there. And it's our Igbos in the Finland also that supporting those people, supporting the Finland government, telling me, yes, Simon Ekpa is true. This is what they are saying is true. Our Igbo people left their work wherever they are. They went to Finland and started protesting against their brother. They never protest against Martin Nandekano. They protest against Simon Ekpa. And thinking that they're doing the right thing. This is our Igbo brothers. So for Igbo brothers, somebody we will get before no nimuno. You know, if there's nothing like onyuno, what's no onyuno? And when you carry onyuno, we have somebody no nimuno. I happy po. So how many years again can I get Martin Nandekano Mogra America all these Igbos and when they get batrana politics, batrana nimuno. There's nothing like going where somebody at the table. There's nothing like you. Okay, for now, if you're my friend, the way we discuss is different from how me and outsider we discuss. But we keep. Tomorrow we are praying that we should have somebody in there. Our people, I don't know, if just like what Sonido is doing to Obi, to every day is to castigate Obi in brother. That's what somebody that you see that have an opportunity. That's what Sonido is doing. This is pure Igbo man. You remember Okadibo? Some of you guys don't know the history again. You remember Okadibo and Rochas? Do you guys remember Okadibo that died? Okadibo that died, Professor Okadibo. Chuba Okadibo. You guys don't know the history of that man. You know, if all this thing, I didn't forget history. Thank God for my uncle then. My uncle, because my uncle is a good reader. If you see the way he played against APC against Rochas. You know, Rochas have upper hand that time before he becomes Imo State governor. He betrayed Rochas. So you guys don't know this thing. The same thing, that's the same letter now. This guy is playing. Soludo is playing against his brother. David Omai is sneaking in from there too. We must have to educate ourselves. Don't allow these people to come and because they don't have the history. Don't just be someone who say Ojukwu is the cause of the problem. Okay, I've read this thing. Let me go back to you guys here. Say we need to fight this fight again. I'm not happy. I'm ready to fight if it comes to fight tomorrow again or today or tomorrow. Yes, I know. I'm just saying we need to fight this fight. Say, my brother, you are not angry more than me. We need yes, no matter what happens, we'll win. Okay, it may be delay, but it's not. You know, when Nigeria refused to, if you know Ben, is that Ben Bruzel? One of them, Bruzel, or one of them. I like that guy. One day he gave a talk in the parliament. He asked the government, if you remember Ben, I don't know if you guys know the Ben, this guy that sponsored, I think he's the one that sponsored the pageant or something like that. He gave a talk in the parliament one time, and the Nigerian government overlooked that talk. He said during the Biafran war, these people produced their own arm. They were doing a lot of things. Why? Where are those things? They say, then what did they say? They say Yakubu says he has to destroy so they don't rise again. They will rise again because if you don't take care of their children, they will rise again. If you don't take care of their children, they will do what? They will rise again. That's what the simple thing. What Finland is doing is not a solution. They are not giving a solution. There's no solution here. There's no like a rehab. Okay, if you rehab Simon, a lot of men, you need to rehab a lot of guys in Europe. If you go to, have you been to the UK Igbo this thing, New Year Festival? See the Biafra flag everywhere. Have you been to a lot of Igbo's organization before? How many Nigerian flags you see? You don't see them. If you would have listened to me now, this guy that is writing this now, if I ask you to sing Nigerian national anthem, you cannot sing it. You will probably go sing Arise or Comparative or whatever it thinks. You cannot sing it. I was watching, do you know that I was watching the barrister? I was watching, yeah, Bruce, there, thank you, my brother, Bruce, yes. Now, to you to know that, you guys to know that I know, the guy gave a topic in the parliament. He asked them, why do you guys destroy this thing? And people are laughing. Do you know in this country, Australia have 3 flags. One Aboriginal flag, one Torres Islanders flag. The second one is Australian flag. All these flags fly equal. Do you know why it is? They recognize those. You see, Oyibo people, they are more wiser than us. Sometimes you ask yourself, why are we Africa like this? That's why many of us, we are running to their country to make life from their country, because we know that our own country is mess. We can't control ourselves. Let's the truth be told. Do you know how many doctors of Africa, Nigeria, in Australia? Do you know how many in Canada? Do you know how many in UK? Why are they running there? These are men that study and finish their studying back home in Africa. But because they know that we do not think, they want to go already established things, already established in the Western world. If you give, look at, okay, for example, look at South Africa. If South Africa is being handed over to black man, do you know how they start bringing the South Africa down? Have you seen the history of Lagos before? Do you know Lagos was his old state capital? If you look at the history of Lagos in 1945, look at how Lagos looked, Ibadan look in 1945, those days. You will cry. Look at the whole place today. Everything was organized in Lagos. People were behaving well. Port Harcourt. But today is rubbish. That black man. All we want is just power. We want to kill ourselves 24 hours. We're not helping each other. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. If you give Finland, so Oyibo man, they capitalize on Africa, our stupidity. So if Nigerian government is giving them, okay, giving Finland contract, Finland to make that money to send to their people. But the Finland give Nigerian contract in Finland? No, we don't. They don't do that. They won't do that. But we will give them our own. They won't do that. You see? Who they support terrorist sympathizer like with stars? I don't need your stars, just see. I don't need your stars, okay? So, I'll probably feed your generation. Let me read this. So if you can't work, okay, that's Ngozi. Ngozi on. I've treated this Ngozi topic. You know, if you follow me, you know I'll treat Ngozi topic. You know, I wanted to read some of these things here. Okay, guys. It is so Igbos. We need to wake up. Okay. We don't need all these people. Somebody says through Lowobe, Finland is not bringing any solution, rather more danger. Yes, Finland is working for Nigerian government, but Biafra must come. Nigerian government, they will not hold it because they say 6 months or 6 years, it will be out. The same problem is still there. Maybe before then, they probably move on. They hold Martin and they can't just stop. No, he move on. Tomorrow is get under people. In fact, it was Rike themselves, they did their election last time in Biafra land. So Nigeria never, it's not a solution. There's never a solution. The only solution I said before is to bring people together in a round table. Because if you're doing all these things, it's never a solution. You know, killing, they have, how many people have they killed? How many blood have they shed? Did people stop? No. Even here, you see people here telling them they're ready to fight here. You see? So it's never a solution. You are never a solution. The best solution it can be, that's what I'm saying. This case, it's time for our people to come out and support this guy. Let them appeal to international, then they take it to EU. From EU, they start asking questions about Biafra. We don't want war because the whole world is full of war. We want peace. It's time to bring it in round table. Then they say, okay, Nigeria, if you don't have solution, Nigeria have to come, give them suggestion. This is how we want to fix it. Then they have to be practical. If it's not practical, then these people are allowed to go. Finland will not have that oil they promised them from Biafra. No, they don't. Lord, we Igbos are also part of our own problem. Igbos are the part of, that's what I'm saying. Igbos are part of our problem. Our people never sit down like this and think, what do we want? Igbos, without Nigeria, we owns everything. We can survive. We owns everything. We can do better. We are small and we are mighty. If we have to own our own place, we'll control our resources. We'll control our brothers and sisters who think that, joining bad gang will be the best thing. What does that mean? We have to control tighter security. We have to control tighter jail sentence. Enforce our law. If you go to Singapore, do you know a country called Singapore? Singapore is a landlocked. They don't have anything. We have gas. Singapore have nothing. But everything in Singapore is tax. If you drink this water in Singapore, you pay tax. If you go to restaurant to drink water, tax. If you go toilet, tax. Everything you do in Singapore is tax. Car you drive in Singapore is tax. But do you know that Singaporeans, they are very proud. They are very happy of that country. When you ask a Singaporean, who do you love? You say, Singaporean first. Then me second. You'll be shocked. Oh, how do you say Singapore first and you second? You're wondering. Yes, they love Singapore. And that is why Singapore is a great nation today. You can't always allow things to fly. Igbos, we need to wake up. Our people, we need to wake up. Those in Biafran land, we need to wake up. You have opportunity to make good things happen for yourself. But we are throwing it away. And we are allowing Nigerians to drag this. Today, they are scared they give Igbo man president. That's what will happen. They will divide. They will just making caricature of our Igbo brothers. But you know what? All this thing they are doing, we are going to prevail. It's not time because it's not a solution. Nigeria have never called for a solution. So when they call for a solution, we'll prevail. We will prevail, seriously, we'll prevail. So Mazi Simon Ekpa today, we heard that they gave him 6 years. And 6 years, by the law, 6 years will be like roughly serving 2 years and 6 months. 2 years and 6 months, yeah? Yes, 2 years and 6 months. Consider he have been there for almost 9 months or something. So it's supposed to be 3 years. So it's supposed to be 3 years, but before then he will appeal it. He will appeal it with his lawyers and with hope of our brothers. They will appeal it and they will go to high courts and all those things. If that fails, they will also appeal in EU. Because the tax, even the tax they are saying this thing, because Finland will be looking on the tax on. So because those terrorists one they are saying doesn't make anything, is the tax. The tax on, he can tell them, when the people donate to charity, it's not his money. It belongs to the country. He gave it to those people that it belongs to. Okay? And for him to fight for his independence is not a wrong thing. So this case will be lingering in Finland. The case of Biafra in Finland. And calling Nigerians to come and testify. So now, this is the first. Do you know that this is the very first time anything to do with Biafra is being recognized outside Nigeria?
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.